everybody? OCD Mikey for another Mikey show. And I am here today to I want to tell you guys more about this Fisher & Fisher SN470M. This thing is blowing my mind. I needed to take more time with it because I'm not a guy that, especially when I bring you guys videos, where I listen to something, hear it right away, get amazed by it right away, and then make a video right away. Because a lot of times anything can make you excited right off the bat, but then it'll fade many times. And so I don't trust the initial knee-jerk reaction to audio equipment. I think a lot of times it's just a knee-jerk reaction. So I steep in listening for weeks, and I let things soak in. I take them in, I take them out, and I really get a good grip on what's going on. So I want to return again. We're going to do some listening in a bit. We're going to do some listening to these, but I just wanted to go over the Fisher & Fisher 470M. I want to make it clear what exactly this is, because I don't think the levity of what this is has really sunk in. And sure, I haven't talked much about it, but that's been on purpose because I'm listening. First of all, this is made from inch-thick slate, okay? So this is stone. As you can tell, that means there is no cabinet resonance to speak of, okay? What we have here, and I'm going to show you, come a little closer. What we've got here is an aluminum baffle on the front of the speaker. Right here is a driver that's made in Germany. Okay, this whole speaker, there's nothing that's made in China. Okay, there may be a resistor or something, but the big in the crossover, it's all Mundorf components of Germany. Okay, and maybe some little offhanded little teeny part, but let's say 10% of this may be made elsewhere. 90% of this is made in Germany. Even the slate comes out of the ground 5 kilometers from where Fisher & Fisher is located. So, you know, here it is, Fisher & Fisher. This is a Mundorf air motion tweeter. So this is an AMT driver from Mundorf of Germany. These drivers too here, these woofers, are also made in Germany by a well-known German manufacturer. It's not one that makes speakers assemblies. It makes drivers for many companies. Okay, and then we've got a port down here for whatever that's worth. We've got beautifully machined feet that are cone feet with ball bearings in the tip. And footers, so you can place them and mechanically sync them. And then this is a jam nut, so you can adjust the height to get perfectly level measurement on your speaker. Now, if you don't understand the exoticness of this cabinet, you need to realize that this is natural stone. By the way, this is not a corporate company. As you know, I don't like corporate hi-fi, okay, because they turn into marketing machines, and usually it's not a good value, because as you know, corporations love to profit. They need to keep profiting every year more and more. So the corporate purpose is a lot different than a family-owned or a owner-operator, shall you say, a founder-owned hi-fi company, okay? This company, Fisher & Fisher, is owned by the founder, his wife. They are a team. This comes out of the earth 5 kilometers from where the factory is. It's a family-run business. This has passion in it. The Fisher & Fisher speaker line has passion imbued into the exotic nature of its build and the excellence in audio reproduction, okay? What it means when a cabinet does not resonate is it means the only thing you're hearing are the speakers moving back and forth. The reason you make something like this 190 pounds is so that when that woofer pushes forward, you're not moving the cabinet backward. If the cabinet, and I'm talking about micro movements, okay? Not something where you actually see the cabinet move. You would never see it. But if you put an accelerometer, a sensitive one, on top of a speaker, you'd see it move back every time the woofer pushes forward. It moves the cabinet back a little, and that is energy that does not come into the room as music. So when you make something completely solid like this, 190 pounds, it's not moving when that driver's going forward. There's not enough mass in the driver to mess with the cabinet. So the heavier the cabinet is, it's always better that way, okay? Some people will tune a resonance into the cabinet. They want to treat it like a violin or a guitar. That's a different type of design. This goes after a different philosophy where you don't want the cabinet resonating because you want a really good wave launch, which means coming off that speaker, you want a killer wave launch with no loss and just great transient response. That is what you get from a solid heavy cabinet. The lighter you go with the cabinet, you're going to get a less efficient wave launch from the drivers, okay? Now, if we come around the back, the first thing we see up here is we see a rear port for the mid-range. That means this has a open rear firing, and it's not a driver back here. This is just an open port that goes to the back side of the driver so that you get this very open, spacious soundstage from this speaker. It is very close to the soundstage that a panel provides, which makes this really something special. If we go down here, we will see there are the dual binding posts, so you can biamp on the output. You've got binding posts for the highs here. You've got binding posts for the lows here. And you can, move that. So, and it's connected by a nice cable jumper, not some crappy little bronze strap and with them close together. It's actually done very well. You can see high pass input. It's labeled. Low pass input down there. Each model is serial numbered. They're CE approved, yada, yada, yada. So, this is a strong, thick aluminum plate. This is an amazing build. This is an exotic build. I don't think there's any speaker made out of stone that is a three-way floor stander that is under $30,000, okay? They're all 30 grand or above. If anybody knows of one made out of 1 inch thick stone, even any stone, I don't care if it's stone veneer, let me know if there's anything this size and this weight, 190 pounds, and this with drivers, all European drivers. And so this piece right here, so this speaker right here, could easily sell for $29K. Now, because I'm the importer, I have control of what I can charge retail. I can set the whole retail price for the USA. What unscrupulous dealers would do, they would price this at $29K, $30K. I'm pricing this at $19 because I stand for value in exotics. I don't stand for the stuff that is pie in the sky priced, $150,000 for floor standing speakers or $80,000 even for floor standing speakers like this. $19K is a absolute value. There is no question in my mind, and I have listened to a ton of things. I've been to a ton of shows. I've seen a ton of speakers. There is no exotic made like this, made in Germany with slate that comes out of the German earth, and this is handmade by Germans in Germany, and it's $19K here in the United States with free shipping at 190 pounds each. You can't beat it, okay? If you think you can, put it in the comments below. Tell me what beats this thing, and don't come up with some bullshit MDF veneered wooden speaker that has MDF with veneer on it, okay? That's not comparable to a freaking stone speaker, okay? It's not comparable. I don't care if you say it sounds just as good or whatever. It's still not comparable. It's not made out of exotic materials. This is an exotic for people that want something exotic, made from exotic materials, something that comes with something, stone from the earth, and this is very beautiful for any decor. It's natural stone, man. So, we will get back to listening, but I just wanted to go over a little bit more of what this speaker is and the value that it presents. And I want you guys to know that as the US importer, I have set the price at $19K. I didn't set it at $29K. I did that on purpose. That is on purpose to give you guys a value because I'm sick of the overpriced bullshit in the audio industry. So I'm bringing you something that is the same price as a Perlisten speaker that's made in China. This is the same damn price, made with German engineering, all German components with 1 inch thick slate. Try and beat that value. I don't think you can. So I just wanted to make it a little more clear. Now we are sitting here listening to this. I've got my girlfriend with me who's taking the video, and we are listening. Her ears are way better than mine. She is under the ether sitting here and has been sitting in here for the last 2 hours. These things image huge like panels, and they have punch in the low frequency. It's not flabby bass. It's not boomy. It's dynamic and punchy. The mid-range is incredible with this mid-range that's up here, that's open to the back. And the AMT is so smooth all the way out. You can play these loud with zero fatigue, okay? we're sitting here enjoying this wide open sound stage and the beautiful, I'm gonna do another video after this where it will just be listening, but I wanted to feature this again just to let you guys know exactly what this is. If you are in the market and you're looking for speakers that are in the 20K range, you can't beat this for 19K. I dare you to do it. That's an outright challenge. You want a challenge? Anybody can beat something like this with the materials? Let me know, man. Let's have a discussion. I'm putting it out there. I don't think it can be beat. So who is this speaker for, you ask yourself? This speaker is for somebody that needs something that has a small footprint. The footprint on this is 14 inches by 14 inches. Somebody who wants the sound of a 6-foot-tall Magnapan, but maybe doesn't have the room or the wife acceptance factor to have something the size of a door in panel in the middle of your room. This speaker with that open back has an incredible large sound presentation. This thing casts an image just as big as a Magnapan 3.7i, and I have a pair here. So this is for somebody that loves the sound of panels, that likes open, airy, expansive soundstage, and that also does not need a subwoofer. This definitely goes deep. We will be doing some listening tests later, and it goes extremely deep. You absolutely do not need a subwoofer with this speaker. So for somebody that has 14 inches by 14 inches, wants something that's it's an exotic build made from stone that is beautiful for any decor and that images like a Magnapan, that's who this speaker is for. This is a speaker that can be used with any amplifier depending on the build from 50 watts up. I'm sure you could use less, but I like to optimize my matches, and they are easier to drive than the TADs that we have right over there. So hopefully that will explain a little bit better about who this speaker is for. If that's just my 2 cents, my opinion, for whatever it's worth, I probably don't know my head from my butt, do I? Okay, so anyways, just wanted to let you know about the Fisher & Fisher SM470 kick-ass speaker, and I've got more coming. All right, see you.